Right, let's go. I'm up in the hills in the Puerto de San Gloria, so I don't know if you can see ahead. Beautifully ornate bus shelter, basically, as far as I can make out. It might be, what, I don't know, I'll just stop alongside it. You can see the cross and stuff. There seems to be a lot of pilgrimage routes around here. There's the well-known Camino de Santiago, and there's another one which has got a sort of stylised red cross, so that could be a shelter for pilgrims. I've seen groups of people walking, not up in the hills admittedly, mostly older people, well, as old as me, walking on big sticks, old fashioned walking sticks, not the modern ones, and some of them have a red arrow on their t-shirts, which I believe is one of the symbol of one of the pilgrimage routes. The one to Santiago de Compostela, when I was down at the coast, saw lots of signs for it, and it's a sort of stylised seashell as a symbol for that. So occasionally you come across these signs with either a red cross on it with, it's almost like a serif on a font at each end. It symbolises one pilgrimage route, and the other one's the seashells, sea signs for them. Right, well here we are, it's a lovely warm day. I've just have even looking down, it's about 25 degrees, it's bright sun, it's nearly 12 o'clock. It's lovely, it's lovely roads. These mountains I'm going through, these are more tree covered than the ones I was going through yesterday, but we'll see how this goes as I go along. But absolutely fantastic roads, beautifully maintained, I'll give that to them. I've been through quite a lot of roadworks in the last few days admittedly, but look at the quality of these roads. I'm just randomly filming bits. I don't know if you can see you can see a bit of the barrier. That is where the road will be going, up to the left there. So we're going round the bend here. One thing I'd say about the Spanish, they love steep roads. A lot of the roads are incredibly steep, and even wee junction roads and things in towns, sometimes when you have to give way, it's like struggling to hold the bike on the brake sometimes, but they manage. Just saying, there are warnings of cows. There have been some places where I have seen like cows loose that obviously just graze at the sides of the roads, so sometimes you just have to be careful. And one place it was on the road and I saw 3 very sad looking donkeys who didn't look very well, just grazing at the side of the road. You know, the song was, I don't know if they're feral or someone owns them. Also I saw a cow with a bell. There's a group of cows and one of them had a big bell around its neck. I don't know if that's a head cow or something. Anyway, you can see, look at this, I hope you can see this clearly on the video, these beautiful green valleys they have here. And as we go along, we're probably going to find this soon, we'll go through a village. There's people who live up the top of these mountains. No idea what they do as jobs, but if you could live here you can understand why, even if you had to drive 20 miles into the town for a job or something, you'd like to live up here. It's so nice. Again, you can see the left hand side there, this is just going up, and there's a couple of local riders. Oh, bit of shit. No more. In fact, I think that last one was a BMW K1. Not seen one of them for a long time. They're very rare. I rode one once, it's an incredible bike. I'd had a BMW K75 stroke 6, and it was like, and I'd replaced it with a Honda CBR 600, and it was offered a shot in a K1. The K1 was like, imagine having the engine of the CBR 600 with twice as much power, it seemed like, in the R75/6. It was effortless to ride. There was like power from like no revs at all, and you could virtually ride it on one gear all the time. Lovely bike, but I don't know if the styling has really aged well. It was a bit, I wonder, no it's not, it's probably not safe for me to pull into that, but it was actually because the camera's always pointing ahead. There's a beautiful big valley down to the left. I was going to try and get your shot off, but it's probably not safe to do it. I started out, it's on the sat nav, I downloaded off a website, did a number of runs in the Pico di Europa mountains, and I said I'll download a couple and they give you a good place to go. And then when I opened this one up this morning, it realised it would be 8 hours of riding, which is far more than I intended doing. So I'll do this route for part of the way, and then I'll just do a big loop and try and go back to Potes. Okay, I can see from the sat nav we've got a lot of hairpins and climbs coming up, so hopefully I'll keep this video running. Oh, there's something I've seen before. That's using radar from not only helicopters but also drones to catch people speeding. To be honest, how could you speed on this? You know, you could drive, I mean, I'm just trying to actually glance here. I think it's an 80 km/h speed limit, or maybe a 80 I think, which is about 50 miles per hour. The chance of doing that at all on this road is nonsense. You could obviously go around corners too fast, but you wouldn't actually be speeding. Again, it's just climb. It was great fun. And just as that says PTO San Gloria, I don't know what PTO means. Well, that's short for, or just it might be the summit, and hopefully get a good view here coming to some of these. They're really deceptive corners that you go into a corner that tightens quite a bit, so you just got to be not going too fast, or more importantly not riding beyond your ability, which is pretty low in my case. But it's been you get so used to this temperature. I mean, if this was back home, you'd think, oh, this is the hottest day we've ever had. But you're like getting this every day. It's not as hot as it was in France. I saw 32 or maybe 34 in France, and it was really hot. You know, and but right about here, it's only probably just about 22 now. It's getting cooler as we're coming up the hill. I can feel that. But normally during the day it's about 25. I almost said only 25, but which would be like a really hot day back home, but everything's relative. Right, let's see if this is taking us up to a summit, and I can come up and have a look at the summit. But, oh God, imagine you could just live here and ride this every day. That was a proper retirement thing to do, isn't it? It's amazing though, in the town of Potes, I would say half the motorbikes parked in Potes have British number plates. It's because it's always mentioned on all the websites and I assume magazines as the place to go, the place to base your holiday. So you get a few others, quite a lot of French. I saw some Belgians this morning, but strangely enough very few Germans, and normally you get them. Oh, You wouldn't have picked that up. There's wee lizard ran across the road in front of me there. These things that we don't have. There's a camper van coming, and just be careful in case he's struggling a bit on the corners. So it's one thing if it's like professional drivers, you'll get them in buses, they say, oh, he's Spanish, so he's probably okay. But I've noticed foreign owned camper vans are a bit out their depth on roads like this, and they'll take bad lines through the corners and cross the white line quite a bit. So I would just be a wee bit careful. On some of these roads I've seen big touring coaches, and I'm just thinking they're really pushing the boundary of what you can get away with on a road like this. They're having to cross right over the line on the vents. Well, I can see the road above me there. Yeah, they must, I just realised that the snow poles here, so these must get some snow in the winter, enough that, you know, it's worth putting up poles to mark the road. Oh, we're getting onto some serious stuff now. This is fun. Again, there's a fantastic valley down there that you probably can't see. I had thought when I was doing this, I've tried using the camera on my helmet so you can turn around and look at things, but I find, maybe it's just me, that I move my head around too much and it makes the film too jerky, so that's why I've got it on a harness on my chest. And also, and if you mount it on the bike, it just picks up not so much vibrations from the engine, but you pick up a lot of vibration from the road. Every time you hit a bump, you get a wiggle on the camera. Oh, and there's some roadworks. That's a useful thing. There seem to be these temporary road signs that have got a yellow background as opposed to white on the normal ones. So it's probably some resurfacing, so I'll just be a wee bit careful. There's been quite a lot, they do look after the roads here, I'll give them that. Oh jeez, I don't know if you can see that, that's the road away above us. Oh, it's just... Oh, big squad of bikes coming down towards us. Trying to quickly glimpse my mirror. No, the last couple had white plates. I thought they might, in case we were British. Ah, this is this famous Mirador de El Corzo. Let's see if I can pull over here. That was a pretty stupid place to park your bikes, but never mind. This is one of these places I've seen lots of pictures of on the website with that statue of a goat. Now, you should be able to see right down that valley there. A beautiful place. Right, I'll stop the video here and I'll take some photos and I'll do some more videoing further on.